Hey everybody. A few weeks ago I posted on YouTube my audio version of my children's book, Raising Hare, Welcome to Sherwood Acres. And I was going to do that with the second book, R.C.'s Next Attempt, but I don't have all the pages. So I originally wasn't going to do it, but then I thought, well, you still get to hear the story. So I was just going to post the story and then kind of like what I did with the first book at the end, put like brief glimpse of the pages that were going to be on there. So I hope you enjoy it, and just feel free to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll hear more stories in the future. Thank you. Bye.
Raising Hare, R.C.'s Next Attempt, Book Number 2. You'll know it is time to turn the page when you hear this sound. Let's begin. It was another gray and gloomy morning at the waste dump where the raccoons lived. R.C. Raccoonist and Randy Raccoon were talking in R.C.'s office.
Randy,
R.C. started.
we have been slacking on our evil plans to corrupt Sherwood Acres and steal Peter C. Hare's giant carrots.
I agree,
replied Randy.
All you do is sit on your butt and play computer games.
R.C. ignored him.
I want you and Victor, our mechanical scientist, to come up with a grand plan that will surely lead us to victory.
Awesome,
Randy said, with no excitement.
another plan that's sure to fail.
R.C. sat in his chair.
And I want it done by tomorrow.
Okay, whatever.
Randy rolled his eyes.
Are you gonna help us?
I've got paperwork I need to get done.
As Randy walked out of R.C.'s office, he could hear the sound of another computer game. He shook his head annoyingly. That same morning, Peter C. Hare was hopping through the forest with his baby nephew, Little Boppy. They were on their way to see Titi, a wise old turtle whom Peter greatly respected and often asked for advice from.
Hi, Titi!
Shouted Peter when they approached his home.
Well, hi there!
Replied Titi, who was standing outside his house.
I'm on inside for some grape juice.
Titi walked into the house with the help of his cane, and Little Boppy bounced through the door. Peter had to walk in sideways because his feet were too big to come into the house forward. Peter sighed.
Oh, sometimes I wish I didn't have these big feet.
It's just one of those special things you were given, Peter.
Titi told him.
Everyone is special in their own way. Well, that's what makes us unique.
Peter smiled.
You're right, Titi.
He said, and then Little Boppy began bouncing off the walls of Titi's house.
Hey, little Bobby!
Peter yelled.
Don't bounce! You'll break something!
Crash!
Oh no!
Moaned Titi.
My dishes!
Sorry, Titi.
Peter apologized.
It's okay.
Replied Titi.
I'll just use paper dishes, I guess.
Later that afternoon, Randy, Victor, and their assistant Larry were in their garage working on a machine for R.C.
Oh, I hope R.C. will be pleased with this.
Larry said.
If we do it the right way, he will.
Replied Randy.
If my calculations are correct,
said Victor.
we should be nearly finished with this thing.
The raccoons went over to a table that was filled with different types of tools.
Okay, Larry.
Victor said.
I need a wrench. Could you hand it to me?
Larry stared at the large amount of tools on the table. He couldn't decide which one was the right tool. He pointed to a tool.
Is it that one?
No, Larry.
Replied Victor.
That's a hammer.
Randy picked up the wrench and waved it in Larry's face.
This is a wrench.
Oh,
Larry said.
cool.
Randy let out a sigh and shook his head annoyingly. The three raccoons went over to the machine.
Okay, fellas.
Said Victor.
I need to tighten 3 screws. Then we should be finished. I need to tighten the upper left screw, the middle right screw, and the bottom left screw.
After the screws were tightened, the raccoons gave a cheer and then left the garage to get some sleep for the next day. The next morning, R.C. saw the machine the raccoons made and was impressed.
I love it!
He exclaimed. He went on top of it and tried squeezing through the opening.
It seems pretty tight to get into.
That's because you're so fat.
Randy said. Victor jumped on top also to show R.C. all the buttons.
Okay.
He began.
The blue button is to make the machine go. The red button is to stop. And the green button is to fire rocks.
Great!
R.C. said excitedly.
Hop aboard, everybody. It's time to get those carrots.
Yeah,
Ned exclaimed.
let's go steal some carrots. I hope we don't get stuck.
Larry said. R.C. pressed the blue button, and the machine started moving slowly out of the garage. The raccoons traveled over dirt, mud, grass, and weeds. They went through trees and around rocks, up hills and down hills.
You could have put a little more speed on this thing, Victor.
Grumbled R.C. Finally, as the sun was beginning to set, the raccoons appeared on a hill overlooking a spot where Peter and his friends were having an activity. Down below, Trixie, Tippy, and Benny were practicing their instruments for a song they were trying to play. And Peter, with little Boppy, was helping them out.
How does this sound, Peter?
Asked Trixie. She played her flute.
What about this, Peter?
Asked Tippy. He played his saxophone.
And this?
Asked Benny. He played his drums. Peter started.
It's okay. Just a little more practice.
Suddenly, R.C. burst through the trees. Everyone cried out in surprise. Tippy dropped his saxophone and ran behind a nearby rock.
Attention, everybody!
R.C. said aloud.
R.C. Raccoonist is here, so you better listen up. Give me the giant carrots, or I'll have to use my new toy.
That piece of junk?
Asked Trixie.
Why do you have to be such a bully, R.C.?
Peter asked.
I think it's fun being a bully.
R.C. replied, smiling.
Well, you're not getting the carrots.
Said Peter aggressively.
Well then,
Said R.C.
prepare to eat some rock.
R.C. was about to press the green button, but little Boppy jumped up and bounced on R.C.'s head.
Hey!
R.C. cried.
Get off my head!
Then Peter got an idea. He grabbed one of the nearby carrots and threw it into the nozzle of the machine.
Come here, little Boppy.
Peter shouted. Little Boppy jumped down, and R.C. pressed the green button.
R.C.
Victor shouted.
Don't do that.
Boom! The raccoon's machine exploded. The pieces of it were scattered everywhere, and the raccoons were tossed into the air. They all fell to the ground with a loud thud. Little Boppy went over to R.C. and started jumping on R.C.'s back. R.C. groaned. Then Peter went over to R.C.
Time for you to go back where you came from.
With one mighty kick of his big foot, he sent R.C. flying through the air.
I don't know about you guys,
Larry said nervously.
but I'm getting out of here.
I'm right behind you.
Cried Victor. All four raccoons raced off into the forest. All the animals cheered and then went back to playing their instruments. Raising Hare-R.C's Next Attempt was written and illustrated by Matthew Meyer. Narration and music by Matthew Meyer, featuring the voice talents of Mark Meyer, Travis Meyer, and Tiffany Studi. Audio engineering by Mark Meyer and Matthew Meyer.